This week turned out a lot better, and I can pretty much put all the thanks in the hands of my family. I was going to go out this week with my family and this weekend, and I asked them if they could stop by some places, and they obliged because they're so kind to me. But before that, I went out to the yard sales, which were pretty dull, except for the last one, which opened their doors at like 10 o'clock in the morning. And, at that point I had found nothing. So, I was pretty disappointed. When I got there, I found on the table these 3 games, all with the $5 post-it note tag on them. And Ocarina of Time for 3DS, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess. Which, the $5 price is actually a very good price for all these games, and they're all in immaculate condition, include everything. But, I'm at a yard sale. So I asked the guy if I could have them for $8, and he said sure. So that was a very, very good score. I think this game is actually, I've only seen it once in a Goodwill, but definitely pick it up. It's a little bit different from the Wii version in that everything's, the world is reversed, dungeons are flipped, and Link carries his sword in his left hand. I mean, there are probably more differences than that, but I've never played it, so, yeah, basically, it's something to keep an eye out for. We were going to head out to the countryside, my family and I, and I knew that there were some thrift stores along the way, 3, so we stopped by them. And basically, one of them I always find stuff, no matter what, and it's really cheap. So I found this joystick here, which I thought I might use for the 5200 once I get one, but I found out later that they need it's a female end on this plug. So I don't know, I'm not very good with modding, but maybe I can use that, I don't know. I found a Virtual Boy controller and Super Nintendo power adapter. Actually, the funny thing about the Virtual Boy is the power for the Virtual Boy goes through the controller to the headset. So, and the AC adapter can plug directly into that. I don't have a Virtual Boy yet, but I know of them. A Pokewalker from Soul Silver and Heart Gold, and these 4 Nintendo games: Mike Tyson's Punch Out with a poster, Super Mario Bros. 2, Scheherazade, and Castlevania 1. They had a bunch of other ones there, mostly Super Mario, Mock Racer, very, very common games, and nothing I was really interested in. Funny thing about Castlevania is, it's probably a common game, but this is the first time I've ever seen it out in the wild. I've seen 2 a couple times. In fact, I think they had Castlevania 2 there, but I did not want it. I went to another thrift store after that and found another one of these guys. And I've never seen the yellow version, so I don't know, maybe it's worth a little bit more, but, and then it also comes with a SpongeBob themed Uno game, so I don't know what to do with that one. And finally, we passed a yard sale along the way, and even though the car is going pretty fast, I'm pretty good at spotting like giant Xbox symbol, and I even saw a PlayStation 2 sitting on the table. So I asked my family to stop, and I actually found some pretty good stuff at this yard sale. Let's see what we got here, and it was all damn cheap. I mean, maybe because it was out in the countryside, but all the games were labeled 50 cents with 50 cents price stickers, so I was prepared not even to bargain with this guy, and it was pretty late in the day, and the guy said he was going to close up soon. He just wanted to get rid of it. And I wish that I had actually listened to what the guy was saying instead of become infatuated with all this stuff, because maybe I could have bargained with him lower. But I found Pokemon Puzzle League for the N64. He had some other crappy games. He had Pokemon Stadium and WCW something. They were, like I said, all the games were 50 cents. So, yeah, I don't know why I just didn't even pick them up. But, and he had some Xbox games for 50. Everything's 50 cents, and GameCube, and he had some PS2, Zelda 4 Swords, Complete, Mail, everything is in there. Smash Brothers Melee, Sonic Mega Collection, and you know the funny thing about this game is I found now 2 of them, and it's considered rare. I found the N64 version, basically Conquer Live and Reloaded. I've never found the Xbox version. I found 2 of the N64 versions, and yeah, man, I just got the Xbox, so let's see what the heck this version has to offer. So, Splinter Cell. I've never played it, but I figured why not. Most of the other games there were like, well, they had other non-sports games, but a lot of them were sports games. And underneath the table he had Genesis, Model 1, had a sticker price of $10, and then for some reason he put a $2 price sticker on Sonic, and he said, oh well, it's because it has its case and manual. He thought it might be worth more. It actually has the manual for Sonic 2 on the Game Gear in here for some reason. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Sonic 1. In fact, I don't like it. The music is probably the best part of it. I'm more a Sonic 2 guy. But nonetheless, I asked him, okay, it has these games. Marble Madness, I'm really excited to see what that one feels like on the Genesis. James Pond. I did not even realize that was in there. And Cool Spot. There we go. Come on. Anyways, finally, I'm going to show you the system here. Get a good view of that. But it's in good condition. It has everything it needs. But yeah, anyways, the guy wanted $10 for it, and he was saying, I just want to get rid of everything here. Like, he had a PS2 with all the controllers and 2 memory cards and stuff. It was a slim version for $5. And, you know, stupid as I am, I was thinking, like, I was so happy that I found the Conquer game, and I really was just like, would you take $10 for everything? And he was literally just throwing. He just wants to get rid of it all. And he had a Dreamcast there for $5. He said he's keeping his N64. He likes that, but I mean, I could have tried to get everything there, plus maybe the PS2 for 10 or something, or maybe for 12. You know, I wasn't thinking. You know, they were visiting for the weekend, and so the Sunday I went out with them. I asked them if I could go to a flea market in the early morning before we do whatever, and of course they were very kind again and obliged. When it comes to flea market, I usually find stuff I like, but a 50-50 chance whether or not I'll find something that maybe I can sell to recoup some of my costs. So, but I found some nice things, so, and they were mainly from one guy. So, I found a nice copy of Sonic 3. I already have the game, but I don't have the manual, so Yeah, man, it's in nice condition. So this is all for one guy. Tetris Attack in box, pretty nice condition, except for there's like a crease on the bottom here, which can be ironed out. I already have Tetris Attack, and it's a deceptively good game. I mean, it's Tetris, but it's more fun than that. Mech Warrior 3050, because it's like a walking tank basically, and you walk in a giant robot that you can keep walking in one direction and shoot in another, so it's pretty damn cool. In the Genesis version, it's a lot more complicated to control. Finally, a pretty unique title from Jaleco. I love that publisher. Ignition Factor for the Super Nintendo, and in this game you play as a firefighter and you put out fires, and there's all sorts of goofy stuff in here, but yeah, it's a very unique game. Top-down perspective like Zelda. And finally, one last thing. Damn it, Xbox thing. I always found the PS2 cases easy to pop out this. But yeah, it was $3, and I asked if I could have for two, and the guy was like, it's already a good deal. So I was like, okay. This was from a different guy though. I got all the I got this stuff here for $17. And I was trying to get another Genesis game in there, and he said he'd do it for $20, but I was like, yeah, a little bit too much. So, and then Orta was $3, and so yeah, that was what I found this week. So get out there and get hunting.